absolutely a blowout for LeBron James and a way to his 4th ring. And a lot of people are making excuses for LeBron because this was the bubble. There was the Ray Allen year, which Ray Allen made that huge 3 against the Spurs, which I don't still understand how you can say that was Ray Allen's championship, even though he made a huge 3 regardless. So, and that was in Game 6. That wasn't even Game 7. That was Game 6 where he hit that. I mean, I'm not a LeBron fan by any means, but I don't get why people are hating on LeBron just because he has 4 rings, and people want to make the argument that he's either been carried to these or hasn't. I mean, you look at the teams he's had, the other 3 teams he's won, he's had, 2 super teams or 1 super team when he won with the Heat twice. The Kyrie year, I mean,
I think the Heat wasn't even a super team then. I think Chris Bosh was the best player on a really bad team, which is the same thing you had with Kevin Love.
Yeah. I mean, I got to give credit to the guy. I mean, 4 rings is no easy feat. I mean, if he's getting carried to all these rings, when you think like Kevin Durant would have more rings, because I mean he was on the Warriors, and that's a super team. Didn't win one in OKC when they had James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook. I mean, man, I just don't get why people discount LeBron James' rings so much.
So I think the people who are discounting his rings are saying the fact that Michael Jordan wasn't on a super team. Michael Jordan was on the best super team of all time.
I also want to clarify.
The Bulls went to the championship both years when Michael Jordan wasn't on the team. People forget that. Believe it or not, Michael Jordan's team still was good without Michael Jordan. It was Scottie Pippen's team for those years, but it was still good without Michael Jordan. And guess what? When LeBron left Cleveland,
they were terrible.
Terrible. When LeBron left Miami, terrible. When LeBron went into LA, they were terrible the first year.
And
That's all right.
The Cavs
he was hurt for a lot of it.
The Cavs haven't been the same since either.
Exactly, and it's a lot of the same pieces that are still there.
Minus Kyrie and
minus Kyrie, because they did have to trade him, but without Kyrie, they were still good when LeBron was still there. They had Derrick Rose at point guard for half that season.
They traded for Dwayne Wade.
They had half of his corpse.
Or they signed Dwayne Wade. They traded him away because he was so bad.
No, exactly.
I just don't get it. Like,
crown him.
I don't want to say, I don't go either way now. I'm at the point where I'm like Michael Jordan and LeBron. Like, LeBron has the stats. Jordan has the rings. I can't really.
LeBron hasn't lost in the first round as many times as Michael
That
Jordan.
Is true, too.
People
but he still has more rings, though. Still has a better finals record.
They go, he went 6-0 in the finals. Yeah, but that's just because LeBron's there every single year.
It's true. It's what? He's only missed the finals once in the last 10, 11 years.
He drug Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah, and people freaked out about that.
He was the second best player on that championship run.
I mean, yeah. Well, no, Kyrie was still.
No.
Was
that was the year they lost.
Oh yeah,
the first year. And Matthew Dellavedova was the second best player on that team when LeBron was in the championship. You look back to the first championship against the Spurs, not first championship, the first time they were in the finals. Who was the second best player in that team? Anderson Varejao? You can't tell me. You know what I mean? Like,
is it? Mo Williams was okay. He was probably better than Varejao.
Yeah, I was just throwing out.
Yeah, Ilgauskas was low key kind of a baller.
I just say crown him. I just say crown him.
Guy.
Crown my guy.
I'm just sitting on the fence because there's so many intangibles that both of them bring. Where in the stats don't lie. Like, LeBron has more points in his career than him.
More playoff games.
Yeah, I mean, I just sit in the middle of it. And now with 4 rings, I think when he wins his 5th, it's kind of like Brady when he won his last ring. I think it's just undisputable at that point.
You think 5 will do it?
I think so.
I think he's still got a chance to get 6.
Yeah, I think he could get 6. He's
going to play 5 more
I'm just saying, though, I think 5 gets it.